It's a post-tension cable foundation. See, we've got shingles there.
Yeah, they were supposed to tweak all this out, but one day they were trimming the bushes.
Yeah. Well, we're at the
I've never seen so much greenery in one of those areas.
Yeah.
And what's bad, it's all different.
Yeah, now these bushes are really bad. You don't want them here. They expirate a lot of water, very big leaf.
See,
okay.
These are good, but right off the bat, they should be about this high.
Yes, and they've taken a lot of.
Look out!
Well, you know, never mind that. They're gonna harm the foundation.
Yeah.
Because they'll.
They'll take water. Yeah.
Yeah, they take to get at it. See, now we've got soil levels too high here. The foundation that needs to be fixed. Yeah, soil levels too high at the left front elevation.
Is this a sprinkler?
No, that's just an in-ground light. Well, that's a good idea. Okay, we've got soil levels high again here.
Yeah. Plus, when I was raised on a pier beam, which is about this high off the ground.
Yeah. Okay. So the main condition around the building is this height of the soil levels.
Yeah.
The reason we get concerned about it is they allow water to come into contact with bricks, and the bricks, of course, as you probably know, are porous, and that means water can get into the studs. Now we're at the right elevation.
I can't get over this breaker box being out here, because see, like the gentleman's over here, his is in the garage.
Yeah.
Wherever his meter is.
Okay, there's some common settlement here. Got a crack in the brickwork. Really, that's probably due to movement in. These trees are far too dangerous here for a foundation. They need to come out.
Well, plus, I don't see how this air conditioner is working.
No, it's not at the moment, but I think it's probably on a separate.
No, but all I'm saying is it can't get no air.
No, it's totally surrounded. We'll come back to that. Okay. There's a vent there in the foundation. That's okay.
You know, this cracks have been since you've been out here.
Yeah, they will.
That right along where they did.
So we're moving to the rear elevation now.
Was those? Have you already been in the master bedroom?
Not yet, no.
Okay, they had a pretty good head problem in there.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah. But back over here, they're coming up through the hot tub.
Yeah.
Which I said, hey, maybe that's how we get some ants in ours.
Yeah, they're attracted by the dampness. Okay. Still on the foundation. Largely the foundation has got... The only issue with it is the soil levels are drying out around it, so you've got this hole coming. Okay.
You get a little crack there once in a while. There ain't a house out here that ain't got no crack.
You're right there. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
it just needs a bit of tender loving care, that's all.
Plus it's black dirt.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can see here early signs of movement. You can see the crack here. That's early signs of movement.
Yeah, well said, man.
Yeah, it's alright though. Okay. Nearly completed our circuit. Can you go and find that other air conditioning controller and turn it on? This is the roof inspection. I'm doing it from the ground because the pitch of the roof as such is difficult. I can't walk on it, it's too steep. We're at the left-hand elevation. I'm not quite sure because I'm not an expert in the areas of hail, and roofers would be able to tell you more. However, I do suspect there's some hail damage on the roof, but not perhaps at this elevation. It's okay here. Now we're going to move to the rear elevation and have a look at what we can see here. We're at the rear elevation of the roof at the left-hand side. Okay, here's where we've got, there's a lot of dings on this roof, so I can't 100% tell you it's hail. I suspect it's hail. However, as well as being a lot of dings, the shingles are in a very poor condition. It's unlikely that this roof will remain watertight for very long. You could see on close examination the damage on all of the shingles. Up in this area here, there's some damaged shingles, and you can see there's some temporary repair has been made, none of which is particularly good. So that is the rear left elevation. Considerable damage to the shingles, missing shingles, lifting shingles on the rear left right elevation. Moving now to the right. There's missing shingles up here. So all in all, we've got holes in the roof here where satellite dish has been removed and then it's not been sealed. That's definitely where a water leak may have occurred recently, because that was reported. And we come round here. We're now at the front elevation, and the condition on the front is little better than the rear. Very poor condition. Lots of signs of mechanical damage. Being hit by hail. Damage to the shingles up here. Overall, I recommend you plan to put a new roof on. Okay, so this is the wall inspection. We're at the left-hand elevation. First things to point out is that we have a steel lintel, and that steel lintel should have weep holes over the top of it. Very common not to be fitted. Now they're very easy to remove it. Drill a hole through between the mortar and the lintel, and that gives it breathing, and it allows any water to evaporate off. If you don't, you have holes at the bottom, yes, and you also have holes over the lintel, because the lintel, as it cools in the evening, it warms up in the thing.
Were you talking about the window?
Yeah, this steel plate here,
Oh, okay.
that's a lintel.
Okay.
And you get condensation on it, it could cause it to rust.
Never seen that before.
Okay. The caulking is in poor condition, but then it's probably quite old. But, just looking at the wall system here, we're looking. You know, this is where people sometimes they think, oh, it's cheaper than renting. You know, sometimes it's not. There's a lot of expense that comes with houses. Okay, so we're at the garage, and telltale signs of movement of the walls occurs around garages if there's going to be there. That's because we've got a large aperture, which is the doors, and it magnifies any movement we've got. But we're looking good. Can you see any cracks? You can't, can you?
I haven't really seen anything.
No, I think it's looking good. Let's move to the left elevation. And I noticed a bit earlier when we were around here, you got some holes in the brickwork.
Mortar there.
Yeah, a little bit of mortar. That will fix that. And there's a bit of a crack at the bottom here, which we talked about earlier.
The only thing I don't like about these, that's where the yellow jackets and stuff get in there.
Yeah, that's right. They love that. That's what they go for. So we're now at the rear left elevation. Again, the left rear elevation and side elevation gets a clean bill of health. They look good, no cracks. We're in the porch area. Again, there's windows and lintels without weep holes,
Yeah.
but they're easy to drill out and fix. Okay, yeah, that's looking okay here. We're at this window here. Now, in the future, if you get movement, the most common place for it to appear is by the windows.
Yeah.
So, but we haven't found any so far. So, I'm really hopeful.
I went in there and tried all the windows, make sure they went up and down, and they stuck. I know a few of those windows over there, they've got the
again, we mentioned these bushes in the report. I say just tear them out, get rid of them. As you say, you can't even see out the damn window. Now, look, there's a track that's been drawn across this grade here.
Well, I know this wasn't here a couple of weeks ago, but I noticed it was out here one of those big riding lawnmowers.
Right. Well, there's a there's a drain field for this system, and you know, you don't want people driving with heavy equipment. It may have just been a lawnmower, but there's no way, if we're looking at the grade now, there's no way we can tell where that.
I had a guy said that if I needed to grade it out, he's got a little tractor that he can grade everything back out toward that pasture.
Well, you can do. The thing about it is, what you've got to be careful about is where the drain field is for the septic system.
Well, they tore up they had a crawdad hole over there the other day.
This is very typically a.
They run over it.
Yeah, but it's used on the septic system.
Right.
Which means that the sewerage system, the septic system, may not work properly.
At first, yeah.
Okay.
So I get it looked at.
Yes.
I got to find somebody that does it, sure.
I can give you names of people to do that.
Okay, because I know that they said these new systems. I had the old one.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And they said now this time it kind of filters out and then sprinkles water.
That's right. That's right. It's a two.
Mine just
two
ran
system.
out, and you could tell when it was coming out because it was on.
It's aerobic. So I don't know where the drain system is, but this house here, the grading at the rear of the house, it's missing a swale. There should be a swale, and we've not got one. You said about your friend could regrade.
Yeah.
One of the
Regraded a little bit.
Yeah, if you cut a swale running from the end of the drive, right around here, and take it to the house, okay,
Yeah.
you're going to increase the draining because it's lower, the water migrates towards it and it takes it away. Let's go and look at the front grading. Okay. So it's not much of a problem. We haven't, apart from the roof, the only thing we've hit so far, and of course the sewage system has got, you know, but on the price you could get it for, you'd be more.
Yeah, if I knew you was going to be here at 8 because Tammy told me 9, I could have worn my uniform and I could have went on back to work.
Oh, damn.
Well, I'm still going back to work, and I told him, I said, hey, I'll be in there. I'll be in there after a while.
Yeah. You don't live far from here at the moment? Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, okay.
So we're at the front elevation. This is good grading. Okay, so what I see here, you see we've got our drainage ditch.
Yeah.
Okay, which is basically the main drain. That really draws water because it slopes towards it away from the house. You put in that swale, as I said, around there.
Yeah.
It'll come here, and there is a swale here. You could see it.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's got that little dip. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That will make it work perfectly. So we're at the front left elevation, and the skylight window is broken, and that's caused it to lose its seal. It's been broken for a long while because condensation has built up in it. But the other windows going around, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure whether it's actually... Yeah, the seal's broken. So the seal's broken on that window too. But you know, it still works as a window. Let's continue around looking at the windows. Then we'll go inside and we'll have a look more at windows. This window here is broken.
Yeah, there's several of them. I think they broke the seal on them.
Yep. But you can get these made up and put them in yourself.
Yeah.
In fact, if you shop around, you can get them made up and the people will put them in for you, which is good because if they break...
Yeah, I know it because they already know what they got to have.
Yeah.
They got most of these all windows are all stock anyway for what they're doing.
Yes, it is. This is. That's right. And you can get new windows at a good
Let me
price.
ask you a question. Is it possible, other than I don't know what the code is, to put this box on the inside of that closet?
Yeah, it is, but it's against code now. When it was built, they could have put it. They couldn't put it in, so they put it here. Now we got a broken seal on the window. It's the attic inspection. I've taken still shots of the attic, so I'm not going to give a commentary of it here, but I'm going to make notes. Here we've got cables, Romex cables covering open and exposed at the attic entrance. This is dangerous. They've got to be covered because over time the staples will cut through. This one's already started to cut through, and then you have a live cable just where you step out. Here there should be service boards on the top of the ladder here, and service boards here, so that you can step off the ladder onto service boards and then walk around to service the equipment, and that's not present. It's the attic over the garage, and you can see we've got Romex cables going into the going over the service boards. It's dangerous. They've got to be protected. We're just going to have a closer look at this part of the attic. There's more light here, so I can use the video camera. We're looking as much as we can. Structure, condition. Remember, a home inspection at this level, which is basically a visual inspection, is very limited. All we can do for you is give you an idea of the condition of the property and raise concerns if we find something that really is out of order. I have to say at the moment I can't find anything of any real momentum. That's the rear of the building, and I want the look at the attic decking from here. Yeah. Missing weather seal on the hatch door, which is going to allow hot air in the summer and warm air out in the winter.
I hope you don't mind when you cut that air conditioner off. It's just a waste of electricity board and not working.
Oh yeah, oh, it's not right. Well, if it's not running, it's no electricity, but yeah.
Wasting up whatnot.
There's voltage across the heat dryer in the laundry room, 248 volts. This front door, what we're looking at here is the frame that comes into contact with the wood, and somebody's done a little bit of sealing, and that's not necessarily good because it's sheltered here.
I've already decided if we get this house, this door frame, everything's coming out.
Coming out, is it? Yeah, and when you put it in, just make sure it's relieved. It should never touch this threshold, yeah. And all the way around here, just a 1/4 of an inch gap.
That's the way mine is right now. I found a door yesterday. I've seen the ones that are up in here.
Yeah.
And I think those look better sometimes.
I think they look better. Down. Yes, they do. And they're out of the way of the water and the rain, and not on the grade. Okay. This is the arc fault detectors. They're basically to protect you against fires happening inside the walls. They detect sparks. This is a ground fault interrupter. That works.
Now, would it help be beneficial to have a surge protector put in here? A big
yes, one? It would. It would. Always put one in.
And I mean, I'll let somebody knows what to do and do that.
Yeah, get a surge.
I know my limits.
Yeah, that's straightforward enough. Get an electrician in, put it in. Won't take long, but it will help. Okay.
I do see it advertised a lot. It's probably good to do that.
We got burning on that 20 amp line there. Can you see it?
I wonder if you can tell if that's old or new.
I had no idea. We're just guessing. We're just going to note it. I don't think there's any problem with it, but you know, there's a burn mark there.
Be aware of it, yeah.
This is the air conditioning unit. We're at the right hand elevation. We've had it on for a couple of hours, but it won't run. The unit itself is in good condition. It has insulation on the cold pipes, and we can see its max fuse size is 30, and it's the same as what's inside the box, so we know that's good. And there's no apparent damage from hail on the unit as we see it today.
I've seen the ones that are up in here.
Yeah.
And I think those look better sometimes.
I think they look better. Down. Yes, they do. And they're out of the way of the water and the rain. They're not on the grade. Okay. This is the arc fault detectors. They're basically to protect you against fires happening inside the walls. They detect sparks. This is a ground fault interrupter. That works.
Now, would it help be beneficial to have a surge protector put in here? A big
yes, one? It would. It would. Always put one in.
And I mean, I'll let somebody knows what to do and do that.
Yeah, get a surge protector.
I know my limits.
Yeah, that's straightforward enough. Get an electrician in, put it in. Won't take long. But it will help. Okay.
I do see it advertised a lot. It's probably good to do that.
We've got burning on that 20 amp line there. Can you see it?
I wonder if you can tell if that's old or new.
I had no idea. We're just guessing. We're just going to note it. I don't think there's any problem with it. But you know, there's a burn mark
Be aware
there.
of it, yeah.
This is the air conditioning unit. We're at the right hand elevation. We've had it on for a couple of hours, but it won't run. The unit itself is in good condition. It has insulation on the cold pipes, and we can see its max fuse size is 30, and it's the same as what's inside the box, so we know that's good. And there's no apparent damage from hail on the unit as we see it today.
And then my nephew became a home inspector, so that blew that out of the water.
That blew it out of the water, didn't it? Now, say here we've got a broken ground spigot in the wall. Just swap it out, buy a new one. This is the return. We're at the kitchen, family room, hallway. We've got a temperature of 71.7, 72, and over here we have a register. And we have a temperature here of 55. Water heater, which is fine. This is a temperature pressure relief valve. We're going to release it. See if it works. It doesn't. That needs replacing. Very simple job. You can buy it from Home Depot, about $4. Okay, you take this apart. You screw the new one in. Turning the water off, of course. Yeah. Screw the new one in and attach it.
Would not work even if there wasn't no water in it?
It should work even when it's not. Okay, it should work. So the other thing too is it doesn't have a drain line to it. So this safety pan.
That's the only bad thing about having one of these in the house.
Well, yes, that's right. Now this safety pan is about as useful as a chocolate teapot.
I know.
Okay, here's the solution. Block that there, that hole. Go in Home Depot for about $10. You can buy a water alarm.
Okay.
Got a couple of contacts on the bottom of it. It senses water. It sets off an alarm.
Okay.
And that will solve your problem.